One of my favorite things to do at the nail table is taking a ugly set of nails and turning them into something beautiful. Check these out. It's all about chrome, cat eye, and blooming gel. First, I need to create a beautiful foundation. I can do it on the short nails, but the designs that I have in mind, one of them specifically needs a see-through nail. So I have this ugly mess. Now, none of this is lifted or, well, it's discolored, and I don't like that. I put a white on there a long time ago when I was doing a set. I forget what I was doing. It was for a design, and I just put a solid white on it, and I've just been filling it with the kind of pink and clearish kind of. So you can see that it's growing out, but it's just looks dreadful. So it's all there as a nail. If I put a black over top, you'd see a perfectly structured, flawless, no bumps and no dips nail. But I need to make this longer. So these are quite thin. That's why there's not much white there, because I kind of filed through it. So I'm going to build a beautiful foundation with a clear tip, so then we can do these designs. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start building them right away. I'll just run by a few quick steps. It's not really in depth, just a few quick steps. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on a very low speed, and I'm just buffing each and every nail to prep it for the product. So this is acrylic that I have on here now, and I'm going to put gel on top. I could do that with gel on gel, it doesn't really matter. I'm just letting you know that this is acrylic. So just remember, there's no lifting here. If there was any lifting, I would take it off immediately. And if it's discolored and I was putting the clear as part of my design, then I would take off all the color. I probably would just do a complete removal. But you don't have to do a removal every time. Just depends on the design that a customer wants. In fact, when I was doing regular fills, you never did a removal. You never removed the product. You just buffed and prepped the product for the fill, that kind of thing. But if they're redoing a design, then yeah, you got to remove most of it. But this one, we don't have to. We can work with this mess that we've got underneath here. Probably my best tip when you're prepping the nail is file back and forth. You want this step to go very quickly. We don't want to waste any time in the removal or the prep process, because you can lose a lot of time in that space. So you want to go back and forth and as quickly as you can. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the dust, and now I'm just going to prepare to put the builder gel nails on. This is my adhesive. This is called Bridge. Just with little tiny circular motions, you put this all over the entire nail. Okay, and then you're just going to give it a 60-second cure. I'm going to build these with builder gel. And grab your favorite brush and your forms. And yes, I'm going to build these out on forms because I want a very specific custom shape to it. Okay, I just want to be really very clear. That's not missing, that's just a different color. Same with the sides. Sides are always thinner, of course, so when I was filing it and shaping it and filing it down, it goes through the white into the other colors. So don't be alarmed, that's not a missing part of the nail. Now, here's a quick tip. When I'm doing builder gel, I lay down a very thin layer first. It's like a guiding layer. Gel likes to attach to gel, and it seeps in and find its way to gel. So if you put a guiding layer down there, your next building layer will know exactly where to go. So what I'll do with this layer is I will place it down, and I will put it as close to the cuticle, without touching, of course. And I will leave it a tad bit, I'm talking tad as in, and rather than 1 or 2 hairs, a clump of hair. It's really a very small little like lip or bump, you might say. And I have a reason for that. Okay, so just have to do this on the majority of the nail, your guide layer. Just make it quite thin near the sides. Fabulous. So this is not a thick layer. Don't cure this layer. Now you want to get your big blob and you want to place this layer in about where the apex would go. And basically you're going to bump it up toward the cuticle, but you'll see it attach to itself. It'll attach itself to the previous layer you just laid down there and sort of grab onto it and pull the thickness away from the cuticle. And then you'll have almost a seamless gel cuticle area. It's a brilliant way to do it. I don't know that anybody else that does it that way, but that's what I do. I love it that way. I figured that out with gel because it has a mind of its own. It's very different than acrylic. Okay, I ran out a little bit, so I'm grabbing another blob because I do want these on the longer side. I want to be able to see my design specifically right through it. Making sure I'm capturing the side there. And don't think I need it too much longer than that. Yeah. Don't want. I'm just going to encourage it up on that apex. When you do it upside down, it's a brilliant way to get the apex and pull it away from the sides if you're having issue there. But when you do that, we don't want it any more than 2 millimeters thick because then it can't cure properly. So when you're doing this, make sure that it's, you got to eyeball it, but just make sure that you're cognizant of that information. Okay. Once you're happy with what you got, give it a nuke. Okay, I've got the one partially cured, but I'm going to complete the rest and then I'll nuke them all at the end all at once. Okay, look at those. Okay, yes, they just look horrible because of the white underneath, but don't let that fool you. Okay, so first design, one of the colors is pretty strong and it's got a real strong pigment in the cat eye. So I'm going to just lay down on my desk here, just in this area here. I just got this, got onto this little trick and I might as well just use it. I'm just putting down a little bit of gel. Top coat. You could do this with nail polish too if you have time for it to dry. And I'm just going to literally cure it right on the silicone. One of the colors is quite staining. So by doing this, it helps not stain your mat. I mean, my mat is a worksheet and I do have a few little stains on it, but just try not to, if you don't want to make it look really dirty and get a permanent stain on there. So most of the products don't stain. You can pop them right off, but this particular pigment is really super strong. I sell these as a collection, but individual, any cat eye that you like, just these are the ones that I like for the color. Now you don't need a ton of each color, especially because we're only doing one finger. I'm pretty much using every color in this collection except the orange. I found the orange didn't look as good as the color idea that I was looking for. So the orange is gorgeous. It's just not what I'm looking for in this particular design. Okay, so just grab your favorite gel brush. This is all about blooming gel, cat eye, and chrome. And I'm going to use all of those in this particular nail design. So you can paint the blooming gel on first or after. And I thought I would try it after. And you know what? It is very effective. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'm going to put, don't worry about the dry cuticles. If you see anything you don't like, that's all rectified with some oil. And because I'm mixing the colors, I'm not going to worry about cleaning the brush in between so much either. Now this is cat eye, but I'm not going to use the magnetic parts of it. It's not really, you can, but I don't think I'm going to in this particular design. I'm picking this because of the magnetic shimmer in it. The color in it is just exceptional. And I really want that strong color. Okay, now I did this once and I tried it and it worked out great, but let's see if it works the second time, because sometimes, you know, it's art. I've got my Blossom gel, and that's an expanding gel. And I'm putting it on after I put the color on. And to me, that is just gorgeous. It kind of adds a real airbrushed kind of look to it. Okay, I'm gonna just let it soften and expand a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna give it a cure. I'm gonna do a full 60-second cure. That's what this brand, my brand, wants for a cure, and you really wanna follow those instructions. Okay, so now I'm going to put a top coat on because I want to put chrome on. A nice shiny top coat because I'm going to put a very, I call it magic chrome. And it's just a dusting of chrome. It's very, very light. You can see through it. Okay, so give that also a full cure. Okay, just gonna get my little chrome ready. Now I'm going to wipe it with alcohol. That's a trick that we're learning. I used to show it that I would cure the top coat halfway, but we really want to fully cure it now, so we're not really doing that so much more. But we've learned a new trick, which is wiping the top coat with alcohol so your chrome will stick. So I'm just doing that, just give it a nice wipe. And then I'm immediately going to apply gives it just a really, really nice luminescent. You do want to wipe the dust away. So now we're going to put velvet, which is matte. Put a matte top coat on it. And we want to cure this again for 60 seconds. Okay, so now you've got this quite soft, luminescent finish. Now you're going to take your top coat, a gel top coat, and you're going to put a little bit on your desk or a little platform or a little disc or something that you've got, tile or anything. Okay, I'm just going to put a little dollop of clear. And then you're going to get, like you want a liner brush. This one's pretty good. And always have a cotton soaked pad next to you. I often fold it so I can, if I need to get rid of any excess. I'm going to sort of just do these little, maybe I'll start kind of in the center and then hook around. That might be too hooky. I don't think I wanted it that hooky. Maybe I do. Okay, I'm going to start with a big dot right there. That'll be my starting point. And I'm going to nuke that little dot. Now that's not a full cure. That's just to get me by. That'll be my center point that I'm going to focal point around. A little dot and pull. And a little dot and pull. See what I did? See how sometimes it'll blend together? I don't like that. So maybe I'm gonna go, maybe I'll go this way. Dot and pull. I like that better. Okay, a dot, pull. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so now I'm just gonna kind of go up the whole nail. I kind of like the idea of doing it in sort of a French kind of format. Okay, I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna little dot and pull. And I'm gonna do a dot right there. And I'm gonna pull it up, almost like that French. Remember I was talking about that? I like that. A little bit up here. Pull this around here. I got a little cocky there. Okay, I think it just needs a dot over here. I think that's good. Okay, once you're happy with your design, give it a full cure. Okay, and let's take a look at all the photos. And in the final photos, you can see the different backgrounds and the different marbly looks you can get in the intensity. You can just stick with 2 colors if you want, but take a look at all the photos that I have for this particular set. Okay, next design, this is how I did this one. So I do have a beautiful purple in my collection, but I wanted a little bit brighter, a little bit different, and to show you that you can mix them. So I've got Kitty Girl, Tongue Pop, and Not Today Satan, and I'm mixing them all together. When I do it in the center like that, I'm capturing all 3 colors. You can see that. And then I can sort of gravitate to which color I maybe like more of. I think I like a little bit more purple, the deeper purple in here. Yeah, I think I like that. That's nice. So I just got a smidge of the Not Today Satan, but mostly Kitty Girl and Tongue Pop. Okay, so then I'm going to paint this. What a beautiful color. And yeah, you can paint your gel polish with a gel brush if you prefer. In fact, some colors I will do that. If I want a really, really thinner application. Now this is cat eye, so I don't necessarily want a thinner application, because I want to be able to adjust the magnetic bits in it. So I'm going to go back and get a little bit more. Make sure the nail is completely coated. When you use the brush out of a bottle, it's more like this thick. Okay, now I am going to cause the cat eye effect. And one of my favorites, look at that, how that dances. Look how that moves, eh? I love this look when I go down both sides. And maybe push it away from the cuticle. I really like that. Look at that. Look at that shimmer. That's incredible. So I'll just make it a little stronger on this side. Tighten it up a little on this side. Oh, too cool. Okay, so I will give that a full nuke. Gorgeous. Okay, so I am going to do just a second coat so I get the real strong intensity of that color. It's hard to stop. I just love the motion of just polishing it. It just feels so nice. Okay, and I'm basically going to do the same pattern because I wanted to intensify what I've already done there.
That's really sparkly.
Isn't that cool? I mean, just when you think they can't really do anything new. In all fairness, Cat Eye came out years before it's come out lately. Did you know that, Cameron?
Wow.
But it didn't do this. I think it was a nail polish. It just, didn't really like it. But gel companies have just mastered these little magnetic bits in there. Just incredible. Look at that. Honestly, nothing really fazed me. I've been around since everything after acrylic I've seen come to light. I've seen the development of all the products. When I first saw chrome, man, oh man, I'm going to nuke it. I just freaked out. Nothing compares to chrome when it comes to nail art. It's the coolest. I was just shocked when I first saw chrome. Literally my jaw was, couldn't believe it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, this purple color is really pretty. I love it. Let me see how I can see. Let me show you the difference. See that? Right?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So we literally just added basically another color, two little bits of one and much more the other one. We just added a couple of colors and we got a completely different color out of the whole deal. Not bad, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool. I love it. Okay. Here's the dilemma. I think it's easier to do. So I'm going to put matte on it. Mommy. And then we're going to get our top coat. And while that's curing, we're going to put a dollop of clear. These designs are pretty quick. Once you get into a routine of them, you can do them at the end of an appointment. If you're going to do it, nail art takes time. And of course, the better you get at it, the faster you can do it. But when you do that, make sure you charge yourself. It might take you half an hour more and charge accordingly what you would charge for half an hour more of time. Okay, now I'm going to get my liner. Now I am going to have this little quick thing because lines are something you really want to cure fast. So the idea, I've got the matte on here now. So whatever I put on it next is shiny, right? So you're going to see that and it's going to bounce and contrast between the matte. So the only thing is, can I draw a long line all the way down the center on my opposite hand without having to be I don't know if it's too awkward. I don't know if I can do that. So I'll try. If not, we'll have to pick another idea. Okay, so I'm going to try to draw one all the way down from the cuticle to the tip here. It's hard to do, like I say, at this angle. trying to go over it to make it thicker. No. See, it looks straight like this, but when I go like this, I can see how crooked it is.
Does it have to be perfectly straight?
Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, I guess. You know what I can do? It's the length, right? The length is messing me up. What I could do is make it a real modern design. So let's say I draw this line, okay? Nuke it! Gotta nuke it right away. Because top coats can fall a little. They move a slight bit. It's fine if it's on the nail because you're pretty much nuking it right away. But when you're doing a design, you really want it to stay in the spot, right? So this might be the best way. Okay. So now I could do this. This sort of sets the tone. I could try this now. Then. Now, if you don't like one of them, just take it right off. And keeping in mind, that's not the full cure, that's just to hold it in place until I can take the time to full cure. That one's a little far apart, but I guess I'll live with it. I have to be honest, it can be tough sometimes trying to do straight lines on a 3D curved surface. That's the problem I face here, especially when you're doing it in your own hand. And I find as we get near the free edge there, closer to the end, it's a little bit harder because you're really curving it. Oh, it looks cute though.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
You like that, eh, Karen?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So here's another thought. You could paint this all shiny and leave that like that. Or do you like it matted? I mean, I love the velvety look of the matte. That's why I called my matte top coat velvet, because it really does turn specifically the cat eyes into velvet. The other idea I had was, you paint the lines sort of like, I could just do it real quick because we can always get rid of it. Like this. I was just going to paint them in different directions, you might say. That looks kind of cool, though.
Yeah, it's looking good to me. I don't know if I'd change that.
So the next question is, see what I mean? You could make it shiny. I think it looks better with the matte.
Probably does.
Which is weird for you because you generally like the shiny.
Yeah. Oddly, I do like the matte. Yep.
I do. Okay, you know what's really interesting? I changed my mind kind of at the last minute. I was going to do this design.
Oh, yeah, that's nice, yeah.
Cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
With the shiny and then the matte little swirls.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe because I got bored, so I decided last minute, I changed my idea at the last minute. Literally, just as I was putting down the clear, I went, oh. I do like this a lot.
It just depends what you like.
Yeah.
The other kind of reminds me of, I don't know if I call it like a carpet.
Yeah, like from design. The 70s.
Yeah.
They remind me of curtains from like the olden days, like the Victorian days. Yeah. Yeah, because of that matte finish. That's what I'm trying to convey, right? Is that matte finish. So I like the ones that I was thinking of doing. I really like that. And you let me know. Maybe you like it better and I'll do a video on that one. So just let me know which design out of the 3 that I'm showing you and now 4, which ones you like better. I switched it up.
I like the carpet look.
Do you like it better?
I think so, yeah.
Really? Than the lines?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked by that. But everybody has different tastes, right?
It's just different, but I just think it's a little more interesting.
Interesting. Okay, so I should have done these ones then.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, well, you guys let me know which ones you prefer. Like I say, maybe I just get bored. There's not a lot of nail art that I really like. It has to be like executed really good for me to like it. And I like it more simple, but I didn't think I executed these very well. Maybe that's why I kind of
bailed. The green
bailed.
looks really good to me. I like the green one.
You like that? Okay, because when I did these ones, right, the design we just did, the swirls are much more delicate, and I did a better job than I did these ones. And I would have done that, but I don't know. I thought maybe I would make it more matte and just try to be different because I already did the swirls for you on this video. Okay, well, I think that's really cool. I really like it. So because I did the lines, maybe I'll do the photo for the other ones too, but I'm going to include this photo. Let's take a look at these photos now and take a look at the different patterns that I came up with. And do let me know which ones you prefer. Then I get an idea of what really people like and stuff. Then it helps me do different videos, right? Okay, let's do this design now. Okay, this next design is roses and chrome. Okay, I'm gonna grab a color called Fine Wine. It's a see-through, deep, deep, deep blood red from my Love is in the Air collection. You can get it individually as well. I love this shade because, well, you'll see. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on the table because we're going to make some roses. You just need a little bit. This doesn't need a lot. And I'm going to use my, nope, that's the wrong one. It's the 7mm. You just need the little one. You just need a little, here we go. See how little that is? We just need a little guy. So we're going to paint Blossom. It's an expanding gel on the nail first. Now this is why I wanted the clear. So we're going to put Blossom on the whole thing. Oops, my Blossom is dirty. Sometimes I remember the first one I did was I kind of put it through the, like I do that all the time. And I mean, you can just buy extra little things if you want, but look at, see, comes out really good. I just didn't clean it good enough. Okay. So I'm going to get some Blossom and I'm going to paint it on the nail. Now it's an expanding gel, so we want to paint, do the little center, petals, sometimes you can do a rose and it's right on, and then sometimes it's just like, I am just not feeling this rose today. So give yourself some time on this because it can be quite frustrating.
Looks like you're making dessert.
What do you mean?
It just reminds me of the pie that Steve brought over.
That Grant and Steve brought?
Yeah.
What did they? Oh, they brought that like bumbleberry.
Yeah, kind of something like that, yeah.
Berry with some sort of jumbleberry. Okay, well that looks rosy enough. Okay, so sometimes I will, it's expanding quite nicely, so sometimes I will take a little bit more and sharpen up some other ones. If you do this in white, it's really quite dramatic. It's quite pretty. I don't think I like that. Let me try it again. Sometimes they expand, right? And they expand to what you don't want. You got to work somewhat kind of quickly. Okay, let me do that again. Okay, a little bit more delicate. I'm going to start with one rose here. You sort of do like a C and another little C around it. See, that one really expanded fast. You do like a little semicolon and then do the C's around it. I mean, it's hard because you're trying to make it look like a rose with very few lines. Let's see if I can do one over here. I'm just trying to fill the space, right? Okay, well, that's looking a little better. Okay, this one's kind of disappearing. This was the first one I did, so I'm just going to try to strengthen it up and then give this one a little bit more Senna. A little bit of edge around here. Yeah, so I'm just kind of like almost doing them again just to give them some edge. This one again. Okay, then nuke it. When you get the rose that you want and the design that it's expanded out to, you'll get better at it. I remember one time a client came in. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but a client came in. She said, "Can you hand paint a rose?" And I'm like, oh, this was like years ago before we really got into hand painting. So I thought, okay, let me try. She was a really good client, been doing her nails for years. So we got out the little thing. I hand painted the most perfect little rose you ever did see. And then I was bragging about it to somebody, and then I thought I would try it again. Couldn't do it. I mean, maybe my expectations were, I thought maybe it was a better looking than rose than I remember, or it really was good and I overthought it the second time. I obviously clearly need more practice. Okay. See, it's kind of pretty. If I tell you they're roses, hopefully you'll see the roses. Cameraman apparently sees jumbleberry pie.
Or waves.
Okay, so now we're going to do the chrome. And I'm just going to only do it on the nail bed part before the free edge really gets crazy. So I'm going to top coat the whole thing is because chrome needs to stick to a top coat. So I'm going to top coat. Is this reveal? Yep. My gel top coat, I'm just going to put it over top of the whole nail. Now when you're doing chrome, I have a real love-hate relationship with chrome. I absolutely love it. So then I get super excited and I want it to be perfect. Hold it upside down for a few seconds when you put that top coat on. I don't know why, but it seems to help. I think it just helps kind of level a little bit. It's not wavy. It just gives it a better attitude. So then nuke it. But we used to do it, remember I told you in the beginning, we used to do it kind of where we didn't nuke it the whole time and then we put the chrome on top and then we'd nuke it some more, but the can't really get cured right through if you're doing a solid color chrome, so don't do that. So now we nuke it the whole time, but now we've learned a little trick with the alcohol. So I'm going to put the chrome on just half of it. So here's the thing with chrome, dust. It absolutely hates any kind of dust. That's what can really mess up your chrome. So the first thing that can mess up chrome is if your foundation isn't beautifully perfect. That can really mess up chrome. You've got to make sure your nail is very smooth, no bumps and lumps, because it will catch it. It's not forgiving at all. It's not very kind at all. And if it has any little dust or anything, it's going to catch it. So I'll show you when we do it. We don't want to have any of that. So I'm going to use silver because when you see this fine wine go on top of it, I think I could do a whole video on the kind of luminescent tones that it can get. I moved a little bit inside my machine there. That's why it resets it back to 60 because it doesn't want you to make a mistake. If you move or take it out, it starts it fresh again because it wants you to make sure it doesn't fall cure. I'm going to take the alcohol. Oh, that's kind of pretty. I like it. Then I'm going to wipe the entire nail. Making sure there's no dust. Then I'm going to get me silver chrome. And then I'm going to start rubbing it on the nail. Now you got to be careful. You don't want to go past, but you want to make it look like a fade, right? You don't want it to make it stop abruptly. So I found the best secret is grab the other end. It might have a little bit on it and just sort of gently, like you're kind of like doing a fade. See? And then I'm going to just do this little guy. That's all. And this is going to mirror. See how it's mirroring it up? Mirroring it up. I am happy with my chrome because I followed the good rules. That is a beautiful application. Do you like it, cameraman? Why are you not freaking out?
I'm holding my breath. Yeah, I love it. It reminds me of course, Silver Surfer.
A what?
Silver Surfer.
What's that?
He's a comic
Program
hero.
from the 60s?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
60s or 70s, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Oh yeah, I bet they do. I think he's made an appearance in some of the new movies.
I'm off that now. I'm on to this. This is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I'm like, ooh. Okay. Often when I get so excited, it's like, pee my pants pretty. And I don't know why I came up with that. I think because it rhymes, or, all the PPP. But I think it's because it just sounds kind of funny. But look at that. Look at that, cameraman.
I am.
That is gorgeous. Okay, here's where it gets special. Like right now, I'm looking at this and like, oh, I wouldn't wear these two color combinations together. I don't like that. But watch. Oh, I have to tell you. So remember that little bit of we put there on the table? That little bit of fine wine? We need to get some reveal. Top coat. Just get a top coat. And you need to mix it with the fine wine there. Okay? Because we don't want the fine wine solid color to go over top. Now, it's kind of a see-through color anyway. It's like a sheer. But it's really deep. We don't want it to cover the roses because my roses will disappear. But I do want the intensity of the fine wine on the chrome because that, wait till you see it. It's outstanding. Okay, so I am going to take my fine wine brush and I'm going to just, I don't know if you can see this, cameraman. Can you see the brush?
Just a second.
This is all about technique, right? Okay, so take the brush and then scrape off the product. Just take it off the post of it and the bristles. Just get rid of it. Okay. Then we want to pick up the creation that you made here where it's just partially see-through, more with clear. And then we want to paint it on the end. Okay. Oh, isn't that pretty? Very pretty. But we want the intensity. So dip it back into the bottle. We want the intensity up here because look at this intensity. I mean, are you seeing that? Do you see that? Just pops, right?
That's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Okay, it's better than Silver Surfer. I get it.
Yeah. Okay, I do see a little bubble here. I don't know if it's the dust. Maybe cut off the mat. I bet you anything. Let's blame the mat. I don't think I quite got it. Okay, but then we want to make sure that we have that intensity. Got to smooth it out again. But I don't want it. Let me just make sure I wipe it off. Get that clear back again, and we don't want it to go on top of the latter part of the nail. We don't want it to be too intense on the latter part. Okay, but I do want it to be very intense on the chrome part. So just see if you can feather it away. Now you can do this with gel, just to blend it two together, but you can't do that with nail polish. So I'm going to nuke it because I really do like that. Okay, now I'm gonna just put the second layer on the chrome section just to get the intensity of that red. But I don't want to continue it over top of the roses. So if you're particular or picky, it will settle. But if you want, you can even just encourage it a little bit to just feather it off a little bit if you want. But gel does self-level. That's the beauty of it. So just give it a second if you like, and it will self-level. I can even, you have to be careful. You can just pull it a little and... Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so then I'm just going to cure it one more time, and then I'm going to just top coat it. Oh, but let's take a look at the photos because I'm going to do the whole hand. To me, that's the full impact. One nail's cool, but when you see the full hand, it really does give you the full impact. Aren't those gorgeous? Well, this was a different video, right, Caraman? We were kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're just like throwing a few new designs, a little bit of a build, 3 new designs in there. But let me know what design that you like or the variation, especially that second design, to see which way you like, the lines or the swirls. My verdict is still out on that. Caraman ended up liking the old-fashioned carpet.
I did.
I think that's from the 70s. I don't know if we should brag about that.
The turn of the century. Like the 1900s,
okay, let's go with that. To me, they're like more old-fashioned velvety curtains. I think it's brocade, I think it's called. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. So let me know which one that you guys like. But thank you for joining me for this video. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun creating the different looks that we did today. Thanks, Caraman, for your input.
All right.
I'll catch you guys in the next video.